Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Julian Grace. Right now at 11, we are following two big weather stories, flash flooding in our area, and also what has just been declared Hurricane Debby. Now, this is just what some of the streets looked like just hours ago in Raleigh as rain moved right through the area. We'll revisit that in just a moment, but we want to bring your attention to this because all eyes are on Tropical Storm Debby, or I should say Hurricane Debby now. Here's what we know at this hour. Debby was just declared a hurricane, 75-mile-per-hour winds. Landfall in Florida is expected by midday tomorrow, and we expect a much weakened Debby to move into North Carolina by midweek, but it will bring heavy rains and a potential for flooding. Anthony Baglione has been tracking Debby closely all day. But first, Anthony, we saw a lot of heavy rain this evening.
We certainly did, Julian. Yeah, and thankfully all of that has kind of pushed its way out of the area. We're going to see no major impacts as far as the rain is concerned tonight for us. But I want to talk about here Debby, first of all. This is that 11 o'clock advisory that came in, I kid you not, 3 minutes or less ago. It's brand new, hot off the press here. We're going to walk through this together. So 75-mile-per-hour winds. It was at 70. So that puts it into hurricane strength. Category 1 hurricane, that central pressure there, the hurricane hunters have found 985, so that has come down. That's the important point, which means a strengthening storm system. Currently about 100 miles northwest of Tampa, Florida, moving north at about 12. The latest track on this has not changed much. It's still expected to be a Category 1 hurricane with winds of 85 there tomorrow afternoon into the Big Bend of Florida, and it's still concerning to see this stall likely happening right there. You see how close those icons get to one another. It's not moving much. It's taking longer to get from point A to point B, multiple days potentially. It takes it in as a tropical storm there Thursday evening to the coast of South Carolina. Myrtle Beach is watching closely. Charleston. It brings it up as a tropical depression, a weaker storm system in our direction, but I can't emphasize enough the flooding potential with this storm system. It's going to be the biggest impact by far. In extreme, the highest category that the National Weather Service issues there, northern Florida, and then that shifts here into parts of our viewing area, Julian, as we head into the upcoming week. So a lot to talk about with this storm system. We will walk through it together coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we want to show you this right now. This is a look at what Florida is already experiencing as Debby gets stronger. You can see just how the flooded roads are being treated already before the storm even makes landfall. Florida, Georgia, and now South Carolina are under a state of emergency. Some areas could see up to 30 inches of rain.
This is a big storm. I mean, you're going to have rain that's going to be far beyond the center of the storm.
People living in those areas, or states, I should say, are also preparing sandbags to protect their homes and businesses. First responders on our coast are prepping already. The Wrightsville Beach Fire and Rescue firefighters are preparing personal hurricane kits. Now, inside these kits are extra clothes, uniforms, dry socks, and extra shoes. Captain Matt Holland shared his message on how residents should stay prepared.
Be able to evacuate if you need to. Have your important documents ready. Have your prescription medications. Know what you're going to do with your pets, with your family members. Know where you're going to go if you have to, and just have this plan ready in case you need to put it in place.
The captain has so much more to say as I talk to him over the phone, but he's also stressing to the public the importance of making sure your cell phone is fully charged.